So I'm here in downtown Brooklyn. The area is called Boerum Hill, the immediate area, and this is Atlantic Avenue. So the great thing about Atlantic Avenue is it kind of starts down that way where the BQE is. So that's the Brooklyn and Queens Expressway. And then if you keep going that way for miles and miles on end, literally you could drive for an hour. You could drive the same into Queens from Atlantic Avenue. That's how long of a stretch it is. So, very important avenue. You get a mix of commercial zones as well as residential. It's a really, really long avenue. So the reason I'm here, and look at this, I want to show you this. This is a prison, which I always thought, jail, a facility. I always thought it was weird to have a prison in like a downtown area where you could just use like the outskirts, if you will. I always thought that was weird. So the thing with this jail is they tore down the old one and I guess spending ungodly amounts to put up a new one. So I don't know. To me, it never made sense. I thought they would put it closer to like the FBI building or something. So there it goes. So they're still working on it. Anyway, the reason what brings me to Brooklyn this morning is that we went to church. Now, I didn't get to go inside the service today. I dropped my wife and my 2-month-old at the church, and then I went to the other building that's a part of our church across the street to register my son for kids services. So in the future, now I could just drop him off every Sunday and don't have to fill out paperwork. I could just log him in. Well, they'll log me in with the phone number, and then every Sunday he can come, because it wasn't working well the way we were doing it before. So for 2 years we were living in Albany. So once a month we would come down here and he would be in the service for a little bit, and then he starts to act up, and then I would have to leave and go downstairs with him for the rest of the service. That part was very annoying, but also I didn't want to be a disturbance to everyone else. But look at this neighborhood right here. It's so quiet. The feel is different from the jails and the courts right here. Feels like a different world. Very calm and quiet. Any block like this with all the trees, it makes it super cool on those extremely hot days. And just the fact that you're in the city and it's not that much greenery, anytime you have trees like this, it really helps out. Look at all these city bikes. I remember when this was actually parking that people could have had, but the bikes are here now. Some people like it, some people don't. There used to be much more parking for us to park on Sunday, and then little by little, they're taking it away. But look at that right there. Super nice. Really beautiful. Boerum Hill. So pretty much I decided to stay outside and not go into the service in case they called me to retrieve my son early, because as soon as I left, he started to cry, just like he used to do when he first started daycare. So I decided, you know what, let me just stay outside, because if I go inside the service, I really don't like to be a distraction at all. So I thought it was the best thing to do. I think there's another 15 minutes or so, and then I can go and get him after that. So if you come into New York City, this is a great area to come by. One reason to come on this side of town. You can cross, you can walk over the Brooklyn Bridge and then just enjoy the various blocks over here. There's tons of places to eat on Atlantic Avenue. And then on the side streets, you have smaller restaurants as well. I'll take you to one. Oh, and let me not forget to mention, in walking distance, there's kind of like a mall with a downstairs. I forget the name of it, but it's basically in the Fulton area. Forget the name. Let's see if we can get a little closer to jog my memory, but it's a great place to get something to eat, shop, and everything like that. So see these smaller places right here. Down below, let me know where you guys are from. That'll definitely help me out. So yeah, if you you got the subway over here. The good thing is, around this area, you can take pretty much any train that goes to downtown Brooklyn, and you'll be around here. But more specifically, they got the A, C, and the G over there. But on J Street, there's more. So J Street is it's in walking distance as well. Let me cross over. I have a moving service, and I remember almost about, I feel like closer to 6 years ago, I had to move someone's stuff here or deliver something, I forget. But I just remember how hard it was because, so now they put a truck loading only, so that's good. At least they put that. But if you have a truck here and then other vehicles got to come by, and they back in the day this wasn't here, so they made it so narrow. If you have a truck that's wide, it's gonna be hard for other people to pass. So it's a lot of challenges for anybody to move into New York City, but especially if you do it often, like myself, like a moving company, it presents a lot of challenges. Which it should be easier because you got a big building like this, or like this. It should make it easy for people to be able to move in and out. I think that one is a little different. But yeah. So if you're on Livingston Street and you go down towards Fulton, you can get good food down there. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next one.